Hi guys, it's Nick from YumCars. So the video series is just about to get filmed. It's going to be more in depth, it's going to be longer, there's going to be more in-depth conversations happening in the video. But correction series everyone's been waiting for. The GTS is about to get the YumCars spec. Right guys, happy 2021 to you all. It's early morning, it's absolutely freezing. It looks like I've got a shirt on, but this is like a really thick flannel, so it should keep me warm. So the decon steps and the full correction video, as I said, we're going to try and do it even more in depth, a little bit slower time, so people can actually learn through the process. Now if you've seen me do this before, you can skip right through it, or if you want to obviously see me do it all again, just keep watching. So again, I didn't realize just how bad the car was until I've driven it for a few months now, and I've managed to wash it a few times. I've had it inside and I've just had to play around with test spots, various bits of kit, and what I've come to the conclusion of, and you will see this, once the car is washed, deconned, and it's inside, you will see that there's a very strange film on the flat horizontal panels. So the bonnet, the boot, the sides are bad, but not as bad. So it looks like as if something's landed on there, it's been baked on, and me having done the test spot process already, the paint's already rock hard anyway. But the fact that it's got a film, so I'm going to be pulling a lot more contaminants and residue into the microfiber pad. So I might do multiple steps of cutting stages. I do not know fully, because who knows. So we're going to split this down. We're going to do the wheels, the tires, and the engine bay, and the decon wash, and we're just going to go through all the proper steps. I may actually do some things that are slightly different. I will still follow the normal procedures, but at the end of the day, my main goal is today, it's -1, and I need to literally get this car inside as quickly as possible whilst not inducing any more marks onto the already marked paint. So this is our first use now of the totally stainless steel connections from the outlet of the hose to the inlet of the gun. So let's see how it works. So as always, I'm going to start off with the Yum wheels. Just need to get that spray pattern to how I like it. So this car hasn't been washed in a few weeks now. I've just been driving it, enjoying it for exactly what it is. I didn't really pay too much attention to how much dirt I'm picking up. Ooh, it's extremely windy and I'm downwind from the wheel cleaner. I'm going to let that dwell for as long as I can. And the undress coming to the rescue. So on this case, I'm just giving the engine as much time as possible to cool off. So we're going to do all 4 corners first, and then we're going to move on to the engine bay. Right. The one drawback to having super huge brake discs, super huge calipers, is only the smallest wheel woolly can actually fit in here. But it's actually the perfect size. So I hope you've all had an amazing Christmas, to the best that you could potentially have, seeing as exactly what's happening in the world. However, I hope you've all had a nice time with your families. For the people who could see their families. But it's 2021. That started off with a blast. Seeing as how the weather is now, to me summer is on the way. Surprising I'm not wearing shorts, but it's sunny, it's breezy, but it is extremely cold. As I said, it's -1, so my hands are already falling off. So the trusty wheel woolly phase brush is just going to allow me to get into the whole wheel a lot quicker. So as you've seen on the previous video, you've seen that I'm already starting to move into the final stages of testing the V2 brushes. Completely different heads, completely different bodies and consistencies of the bristles. So in this case, this is the slightly firmer one, and this I use exclusively for the lug nuts, calipers. You can still use the super soft one. It's just I'm going to try it on the first wheel, and then we'll keep trying all the different style brushes. The best we can. And then of course the YumCars tyre brush will be coming as soon as possible. We're just waiting for it to be cleared. So God knows how long that's going to take with the current position all the ports are in around the UK. So see, I've driven this for 2 weeks now. Rain, salt, as you can see the car's not in the best condition. But the foam isn't completely brown. And this is where the video I talked about how to prep your tyres from new. This is where it becomes very important. Because of the future 190 washes that you're going to do of the actual tyre itself, you're actually helping yourself in the long run. So a nice tip I want people to know is, you've seen me saturate the arches with undressed, so you get your largest wheel woolly and you just get it in there and just give it a generic agitation. Now if you do this with every wash that you do, you will never have to go any further. And the wheel woolly head's so big that you can actually get into all the places. Now the rears are carpeted arches, so what I would recommend, especially if you have a pressure washer, just spend that extra 60 to 120 seconds just being very slow, very methodical. Chemicals in there really don't help as much as they do on the fronts where it's plastic. Carpets tend to hold on to a lot of, leaves and little sticks. So just the pressure is the best friend in this case. So you'll actually get to see me use a few of our soon to come products, accessories. Who knows what we might be using during this video series. Now I am oversaturating the wheel, and that's only because I want as much runoff of the product as I possibly can. As it's reacting, I want the pressure of the excess product to actually bring more of it down. Luckily the biggest wheel woolly fits in the back wheels, just got huge discs on the back also, but my favourite size by far. Now if you want any remnants of the wheel cleaner that you've got here, you can do a quick pass into the wheel arch. But like I said, the pressure is the best thing you can do for it. But still, you'll probably dislodge a little bit, but it doesn't all fit in there 100%. But some agitation's better than none. So the plans, what are the plans during this process? From just a pure stereotypical point of view, without obviously being too accurate because we haven't done it yet, but I reckon you're going to have a few passes during the cutting stage. Now I may be wrong, it depends how long I can work the polish for, or the compound for. Now it is cooler, so that's an advantage to me because it will not dry up as quick as it would during the summer. So in this case we're going to try the soft variant of the V2 brush. Let's see how it fares up. As I said, see, you can use it totally fine, no harm done, all around the edges as well. Where's the valve stem? I've got some new caps coming for this as well. Well, they've already come anyway, so we'll install them at the very last moment. Even though the foam's coming up as white, I like to give them a good scene too. You never know. So I think the process that we're going to implement today, we're going to be trying or using our new citrus cleaner. Especially on the lower parts of the car. As you know, it's during this time of year, it's an absolute worst place for salt. Now this is the advantage of having a nicer, stiffer brush like this, is because 90% of the exhaust is actually encased, or the actual tip is encased within the bumper. So you want to get as far as you can. That's where most of the dirt will never be cleaned. So with this brush, it goes all the way through, an area a lot of people miss. Now I'm picking up a little bit of purple, but not as much as you would on the wheels, of course, but still, it's nice to keep on top of them, and that way your exhaust will look amazing for like ever. As you can see, it takes about 30 seconds per corner and you're good to go. So we've already had a lot of questions asked since the last video of the whole unit clean that we did at the tail end of last year. A lot of people curious, especially about towels, brushes, the wash pad, which you're going to see actually on this series. And yeah, it's had really good feedback. A lot of people said, why so long? Because unfortunately I can't fit all of that good stuff in a 20-minute video. I wish I could. It'd be easy then, but unfortunately that's not how an in-depth video works. So yeah, really good reaction to the video, and hopefully you guys are going to enjoy this. It's going to be really long, I'm not going to lie, so it might be good to watch if you're driving. Obviously it's a good playlist for, or it's going to be a good playlist for kind of learning, especially if you're new. I don't really pride myself on being an educational channel, but because we do film that many hours of footage, something somewhere will be a benefit to somebody. hopefully. But as I said, we're just kind of documenting the life, and if you get something out of it, then that's amazing. I haven't used the wheel brush for a while. However, God, have I missed it. When you don't use a mega tool, when you don't use an amazing tool like this, and then you get to use, I mean, look, I'm just flying through the wheel. Not saying the detailing brushes are bad or this is bad. Everything has a place, but sometimes if you just want to safely fly through a wheel, I don't think this can be beaten. Obviously it has a much larger surface area than a detailing brush, so by proxy you're going to move a lot faster. Yeah, these brushes are good. So obviously I'm just getting you in a little bit to our usage and development. Really good brush, especially here where it's really tight. You want a brush that doesn't splay as much as the soft brushes do. Like I said, the soft brushes are just as good on these super tight areas, but sometimes it's nice just to have both, where you can really pick and choose at your own will. And the fact that this comes with a proper handle and not one of them stupid little tiny handles, you can actually reach all the way through if need be. Stupid sweet. Hi guys, so that's the wheels and tyres completely degreased. We're ready to move on to the next spot, which is now the engine bay, so that will be filmed onto the next episode. So I'll catch you all next time, guys. Take care.